So the research on resilience has found that there are 10 psychological and social factors that the resilient have been shown to have. And just by identifying what they are and doing more of them, you can boost your level of resilience. So I want to give you a few of them right now. And you can see yourself in them. The first thing that the resilient have been shown to have is the ability to cope with stress in a healthy manner. What's the operative word there? Healthy, right? We have lots of not so healthy coping mechanisms when it comes to stress, I would imagine, yeah? Maybe drinking too much, smoking. And I'm not here to rain on the fun parade of getting together at drinks with friends, just to identify our habits. Like, if you, on a good day, drink a bottle of wine after a shift, what happens on a bad day? I hear the knowing laughs. Yeah. So we have to identify these habitual patterns. The resilient have been also shown to have high levels of self-awareness and emotional intelligence. For me, it was waking up. It's like, oh my gosh, this is how I was being. I didn't realize that the reason why I was having such a tough time each day was because I was blaming everybody else for my problems. I was blaming the citizens for calling 911 for non-emergency matters. I was blaming supervisors for gunning for me, completely overlooking the fact that I was giving them ample ammunition to gun for me. And I was blaming my fellow Angelenos for driving like they drive. What happens when you blame the world out there for your internal happiness, situation, or internal circumstances? Where do you put your energy, focus, and power? There, right? It's very disempowering. I have a theory that many of us are waiting for the world to change before we change. We talked yesterday in the leadership class, the ILF leadership class. Many of us say, I could be a great leader if I had better employees. I'd be much better at this job if the callers weren't so testy. So when we see how we're doing that, we're kicking the can down the road, self-awareness, it increases our emotional intelligence. Next, the resilient have been shown to seek help when they need it. This is a toughie for a room full of caregivers. Why? We put ourselves last. Yeah, we might not ask for help. Why don't we ask for help even when we need it? A sign of weakness, right. I've spoken with thousands of dispatchers all across the country. And what I've found is that we are excellent caregivers. Great at caring for the world, not so good at caring for ourselves. So just knowing who to turn to when in your time of need, is a great way of boosting your level of resilience. Next, the resilient have been shown to have optimism and confidence. Optimism, not so easy to maintain after 10,000 calls or those officers that you have to work with. Not all officers are like that. Any officers in the room? Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting your dispatch brethren. We're all in it together. And next, the resilient have been shown to have a social network and connection to others. I encourage you over the next few days to build your social support group. That's what I love about Conference Land. So we get to see that we're part of this much larger whole. I think it's unfortunate that there's no LAPD dispatchers in here. Because for 10 years, I didn't know that there was a community of dispatchers who are often going through the same thing that I went through for so long. That's another thing I heard in the class yesterday. One of the supervisors said, after a partner share, gosh, it's so refreshing to know that we're all a hot mess. We've all got stuff going on, right? So tap your social support network.